Hey everyone, Kate here, and really just wanted to kind of touch base with everyone and what's been going on, as it has been 1 year since the Doing All the Things challenge last June in 2025. So again, today is June 1st, 2026. Am I doing all the things still? We'll get to that and a whole bunch of other things here throughout the month of June. I did start TMS and I'm going to head in for that appointment now, but I did want to touch on something because one of my diagnoses, or diagnosis, however you say that, is borderline personality disorder, along with PTSD, CPTSD, and anxiety, depression. My frustration with the BPD is that, for example, this morning I was fine, I was stable, I went for a swim, and I felt good. On the way home, because we were in Copal Creek, on the way home, I just started getting angry. Like, what triggered it? I don't know. The stupid Bluetooth thing was being a major pain in the ass. And I don't know if that was it, but after that, I felt like I was getting irritable, and then that got on my nerves, and it's just kind of been downhill since then. And so this is just part of that mood instability that goes along with borderline diagnosis. It is so frustrating to feel good and then just be enraged. And that's really what it is. It's not like I'm mad. I'm irritable. Everything is setting me off and I feel like enraged. I was going to throw the thing out the window, okay? Like, not having it. Anyway, I'm going to head into TMS and then hopefully update again. Finished up with my TMS appointment. Mine's really short. So for example, we do the left side for 3 minutes and the right side for 40 seconds. The left side is to help the depression, and the right is for anxiety. Do I feel any different? I would say, if anything, it's all still there, that irritability, that frustration, that anger, maybe just not as intense. And this is the other thing. I do attribute the TMS to my sobriety quite a bit. 40 days today from alcohol, and minus 7 days would be that number for weed. So sober, which, going back to the Doing All the Things challenge, was the objective, right? So, again, I do feel that TMS has been very helpful with that. For example, 3 weeks into TMS, I was still drinking and smoking weed. Just not as much. However, that last week I did have like a 5-day, I don't want to say bender because it wasn't from morning till night, but it was definitely drinking every day in excess. And I remember I really made a decision, like, I want to start forgetting about alcohol. And it really was one of those things where it was like, I'm going to go to the liquor store after TMS, or I'm going to make the decision that I'm going to be sober. And I ended up just saying, no, I do want to be sober, and focusing on that. And I'll get into some other things I did that were supposed to help TMS too. And again, sobriety from alcohol and weed are some things that help. I also want to pinpoint that it's hard to kind of separate this, but I don't feel that how can I word this? I think that it was more of binge behaviors than it was necessarily addictions, because these binge behaviors were apparent in a total of 4 areas that I could name. I'm not going to name all of them, but we know that, like, drinking and weed, were one, food was the other, and the other one we might get to, we may not. But I have noticed since then a huge decrease in the binge behaviors in general. Even eating is different. So just wanted to throw that out there. Here's where I'm at now. Again, maybe just not as intense with that irritability and anger. Hoping to go on an e-bike ride here soon, and hoping that that will help, impact my mood as well. 2:41 p.m. Zombie is napping. He's going to need to eat, and then hopefully we'll go on the bike ride. But I'm curious, what has been the hardest thing for you and your life? I'll go first. Mine has definitely been parenting. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I love being a parent, and it has just always been such a challenge for me. Mind you, I had my first son when I was 14, my second at 18, so I've been doing this like the majority of my life, no joke. And it's not easy, and it hasn't gotten easier. I had that mentality when I was younger, like, oh, when they're 18, I'll be free. But like, no, you're always a parent. And you know, for me, I think it's a matter of like, and this isn't to say anyone else's experience is less or more. It's just, this is my experience. And I think for me, being such, you know, an emphatic or empathetic person, it is so hard to not want to give and do more for my children and to be helpless when it comes to not being able to help or them having to figure things out on their own. It really truly breaks my heart, and I don't like feeling like that. And maybe that was part of something that upset me earlier was my younger son is having car trouble, like major car trouble, and it's just like, I wish I could just get him a new car or pay for the repairs, or you know. And it's really a matter of, what can I really do with this situation that's going to be helpful for us both, instead of giving myself a hard time over things I really can't control or do. But again, for me, parenting has been one of the hardest, it has been the hardest thing to endure in my life, and continues to be. And mind you, my boys are 27 and 23, going to be 24 in August for the younger one. Yeah, so, but let me know, because maybe it's addiction for you. Maybe it's, you know, that you were in a parental role from a young age and still are. Maybe it's mental health issues. Maybe it's society. Who knows? I don't know. Could be a bunch of things, but I'm curious. So let me know down in the comments, what has been the hardest thing for you to endure, continue to endure throughout your life. Finished our e-bike ride. We did 17 miles. Now we are having delicious Mission barbecue here in Colorado Springs. It's like our new favorite place, but hi, zombie.
They start to come over on this time.
Oh, look at this guy right here. Hi. There you go. Oh. Excuse me, guys, I'm coming through. Hi. Thank you. It's okay. This is the evening update for June 1st, 2026. It is 8:05 p.m. And again, part of why I'm doing this is because I think it's important for me to really track my mood and, in a sense, have eyes on it, right? Because it is just all over the place and it's not fun, right? So for anybody out there who is dealing with mood instability, dysregulation, constantly being triggered by like life in general, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. It isn't fun. I know that. So overall, a decent day. I think what really did help the mood was the e-bike ride. We did 90 minutes, which was awesome. And for me, it's not just the riding. I think it's being out there, not having to worry about anything. When I'm in those high, like, moods of irritability and low tolerance, it's important for me when I do an e-bike ride that I'm not dealing with any streets, that I just have a path I can get on and ride. And thankfully here in Colorado Springs, there are a few options like that. So that was definitely what we did today. We had one major street we had to cross, but that was fine. And again, just being outside in nature with the scenery, the wildlife, like everything. It's been a good day, and I'm gonna, share some clips of the wildlife too. They will be posted as shorts as well, so stay tuned. But again, just really wanting to dial in this June, in a sense, compared to last June. And again, throughout this month, we'll just be talking about what I've been up to this last year, what's worked, what hasn't worked, where I'm at. And again, just kind of like, who am I? Like, just who am I, right? Like, who am I? How are my moods? Because I'm really just having to get to a point where I have to accept that my mental health plays a much bigger deal in my life than I would prefer it to. So how do I cope with that when I'm not using alcohol or marijuana? And what am I doing to cope? But really, again, I'm going to stress that TMS has been extremely helpful in that process, to the extent of where my therapist, who is unrelated to where I'm getting TMS at, I just see her weekly, but where she had mentioned, like, oh my gosh, TMS is really helping with the binge behaviors. However, we're not seeing any progress with my mood and my dysregulation. So may consider another round of TMS actually in the works. I just need to wait until Friday when I have my consult, so I'll know more then. And it's just kind of like the final TMS, like how has it been, consult with their doctor, psychologist guys. So that is a goal though. So we'll talk more about that later. You guys, if you have anything you want to share, or, you know, I don't know, something that works for you, or hey, just what's been the best part of your day, I would love to hear that, because what I'm going to share with you right now is a Kate heart that I have not posted, and I'm going to try to get back into all that too. But here, I found this rather perfect heart-shaped rock when we went to eat today. So I'm sharing this as the best part of my day and the mood improvement, right? And the Kate heart. So drop what you are thankful for, or what has been the best part of your day. I'd love to hear that. Quick, I'm also going to leave just some screenshots of the activities from today, of the meals that I've eaten, because my other goal, and we'll get into goals, because yes, I have some goals again. But we'll get into all that. See, and this is what I deal with. But this is why I want to record everything too. And that would be the brain fog. Being like mid-sentence and like, oh, I had a whole point. What was my point? And I can't remember it right now. Oh yeah, basically I'm just going to be sharing what I'm doing, because my intention is to, again, be eating lower carb, including daily activity, and my favorite thing, fasting. Touch on today's fast was 16 hours and 30 some odd minutes. It was a dirty fast because I did have my coffee with half and half, but a 16.5 hour fast either way. So I'm going to give you guys the information, like that, what I've eaten, all that stuff at the end. That way, if you're curious, you've got that information on hand. And if you want to just keep scrolling, you can do so now. More clips will be available on my shorts regarding this wildlife here. And then in just a moment, we're going to see my depression and anxiety assessment. My anxiety is always through the roof, but mind you, there has been some improvement on the depression. Here is the rest of the other information as far as fasting, meals, calories, etc. Here you go. Thanks for watching my update for June 1st, 2026. Have a good one, you guys.